interception, a loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's a slant, and he's got it to Ward. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 for Montana and company. Got a man, that's Ward. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Montana. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They will look to throw. Montana. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Calvin Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Ooh, with a juke. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From the 6. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Montana. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's Montana to throw. Steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll run. Tomlinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, Montana. This is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is,
under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. Cade York on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. York able to send this one through, and the Bills will add on to their lead. They would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Back to throw now on first down. That's caught by Jet. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Tomlinson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's all capped off on the touchdown run by LaDainian Tomlinson. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on